nights when we were younger, we would never sleep. So let's forget about tomorrow and live for tonight while we're free. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. From the dust we will awaken, and life will fill our veins. These are the moments that we live for. Keep it inside of me. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive.
And now the starting lineup. First for Rockwall. Roberts. At defense number 3, Evan Bennett. At attack number 4, Luke Fisher. At midfield number 5, Carson Newman. At defense number 6, Brandon Woloff. At midfield number 12, Preston McMahon. At attack number 18, Brody Lowry. At defense number 22, Jacob Williams. At defense number 24, JC Hohenschel. And in goal number 98, Patrick Sinclair. And now for the starting lineup for Greenhill. At attack number 2, William Coben. At midfield number 4, Alex Rose. At defense number 7, Max Kaiser. At midfield number 9, Max Ronandola. At defense number 17, Jonah Lee. At defense number 19, Gregory Canoe. At attack number 22, Caleb Aldridge. At midfield number 24, Mason Morano. At defense number 26, Matthew Canoe. And in goal number 8, Walker Mullen. We now ask that you please rise and remove your cap for the playing of our national anthem.
Anthony Crimmins, Stick Star Lacrosse, THSLL Championship Sunday. D2 action, Rockwall versus the Greenhill Hornets. Anthony Crimmins joined today by the hype man, Patrick Franklin. Patrick, we saw both of these teams play yesterday. What are we going to see here in the first quarter of action?
So, first thing I'm liking is this face-up matchup between these two guys that are both headed to play D1 lacrosse. Morano going to play for the Blue Hens at Delaware, and that's in 2 years. And Carson Newman going to play for Bellarmine next year. He's a senior this year. And I want to see how this fast-paced Rockwall offense matches against this defensive stalwart unit for Greenhill here. Let's see if they hop into that zone that they know and love, and they do so well. And sure enough, they do in this first little set. I'm excited to see how Rockwall goes after this. They've had a little bit of experience against the 3-3 zone in their super regional qualifier game against Prosper. And Krim, how do you think that went for them? Obviously, we saw the score line was in their favor, but were there any little nuances or anything that you saw that gave Rockwall an advantage in terms of breaking down this 3-3 zone versus what you saw against them playing Prosper last weekend?
Well, I think that they are going to do a good job with this little roll-off. They're starting in the 1-4-1. The thing about Rockwall is they're going to be patient. They're going to shoot well.
And there's one from Roberts, to get the first. Number one with the first.
And they're starting in the 1-4. They've got people occupied inside. They were doing a good job right there. They drew the adjacent and found the man in the shooting spot. Greenhill was late to the spot, and it translated into a goal from Hunter Roberts from Luke Fisher. The first faceoff was a tight one, contested, and it was, I think, a precursor of things to come between Newman and Morano. Again, I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Josie Records. Please go ahead and check out Josie Records at their 1,500 square foot music mecca. That's 2821 LBJ Freeway, Suite 100, Farmers Branch, Texas. Here's a prolonged GB. Still out there. They're going to go push in the back. Greenhill's going to settle into their first possession.
Caleb Holdridge carrying for Max against, is that JC? Yeah, that is. He had 5 assists yesterday, no goals in their game against Plano. Let's see if the lefty wants to get it going against his matchup here.
Hohenschelt is long. Does a really good job. Little skip look there to Rose. Rose, he was the man of the match with 5 and 1. Here's Holdridge again. Carries top side.
Gets a step.
Yep, he sure did. He is explosive. Hohenschelt is bent over. Thinks he's a little disappointed about that play, but it's a long game. Holdridge gets top side, able to make it happen.
Something I saw in the beginning of that possession, Rockwall was going with a pressed adjacent look earlier in the possession. I'm not sure if they were from behind, but that'll be something to look forward to as we go down this, continue on in this game.
But that's 2 possessions, right? Each team had 1 possession. Here's Morano, his second face-off win. Really applying pressure. Be interested to see if they go back out this Holdridge matchup. Bennett on ball. Carried by Lamandola. They swing it to Rose. Back up to Kyle Small. Nice Nice play there by Brunk. They move it to Morano through X to Holdridge. Holdridge goes shopping, head up. Little split. Hohenschelt on him. He looks up. Lemondola.
Whoa.
Inside. Nice save there. William Coben. He had a great game yesterday. Here's a quick restart. They've got some numbers. Rose with a shot. Holdridge with the backup.
Looks like they're going back to this big little matchup from X that they did quite a bit yesterday. And here they've gotten out of it. Look for them to continue that two-man game from behind, trying to see if they can switch up that big little matchup and see if they can't get one of their attackmen on a shorty. They like that matchup.
Timeout by Rockwall. Timeouts are brought to you by Carl Lynch. The Hornets are getting that look inside. They just had one right there where they get that pick inside. The timing on it is great, and it was a quality goal-scoring opportunity. They weren't able to finish on it. Yesterday, they pretty much finished on it every single time. See if the shots fall early. This is the first of two games. The evening matchup will be Jesuit versus ESD. Jesuit ESD was a massive clash earlier this year. It was the final game of the regular season at ESD, and it was brought to you live by Six Star Productions. It was a very close, tight, contested game. Be very interested to see how that plays out. But before we get there, we've got this one, and it's looking to be a very tight game.
Yeah, you definitely get that vibe. Both these teams, have had great seasons. They've had great postseason pushes, and they're both led by some quality guys who are great leaders, and I think it shows in the way they run both their offense and their defense. Both teams kind of centered around some anchors, if you will. I'm interested to see what Coach Fay has dialed up for his guys out of this timeout.
Well, it looks like they're going with McMahon on Holdridge. Looks like they might shut him off. Here's a nice little look. Get Holdridge's hands free. Nice save there by Patrick Sinclair. Hohenschelt on the GB. Now he's moving. Moves it up to Fisher. That was a nice play out of the timeout. Little baby C look on the edge. And now here's Greenhill. I think this game's going to be a shootout by the time it's all said and done. 1-4-1. Trying to occupy the high man with a high crease. Patient. Two guys are really working inside. There's Lowry, gets his hands free. Narrowly misses. What I think you'll see a more patient effort here by Rockwall. Ooh, and there's Lowry from McMahon.
Yesterday's Josie Records man of the match in their matchup against Colleyville yesterday. Finished with 3-1. Brody Lowry, the captain, headed to Bellarmine in the fall. Nice shot. It's off stick high. Getting it through his defender past the goalie.
That's a great job of utilizing the screen on that shot. When you have that man in position, here's a false start, and it's going Greenhill.
Newman's first. I think it's our first
violation
of the day.
Yeah, but Morano, more importantly, settling into a rhythm. That's 3 wins now for him, 1 for Newman. Here they go with the invert. Morano, a nice little switch off there. Now you've got Holdridge on a shorty.
Oh,
need help.
Side.
Oh, nice trail check.
So let's talk about that stick there, Krim. We saw it a couple times in some of the earlier games yesterday. As an attackman, when you get past your man, or a midfielder for that matter, if you get past your man, where should you want to have your stick in relativity to your body? Do you want it to be flat, or do you want it to be more up high?
You want it to be out into the space in front. That's what I think is really important. Here's Newman. What a play right there.
If this transitions into a goal, we have our candidate for play of the game. electric play of the game, but unfortunately it fizzles out.
There was definitely some fizzling right there, but it had the opportunity to be explosive.
No doubt. It was a pretty nice use of skill by the Rockwall face-off guy. Definitely not a specialist. He'll take it, and he likes his skills against the best of them, so not afraid to show it.
Strong GB game. The first half is presented to you by Frontier Utilities, electricity for less. Check out frontierutilities.com/Stickstar Lacrosse.
Oh, nice back cut by Holdridge. And another save for Sinclair.
Holdridge has had 3 opportunities. He's cashed in on 1. The other 2 have been low-to-low shots that have gone off of the big old puppies of Patrick Sinclair.
Yeah, he's got shins of steel. He's going to rely on those things for sure today.
There's that pick look that they get over the top.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, and that
nice little soak over there from our sideline.
That fan just took it in the tuchus. Holdridge gets inside. Sinclair looks up, and here's where McMahon is just very dangerous. Kid floats in transition.
Ooh.
And there's another one by Roberts.
Oh, that's right. That is Roberts.
Hunter Roberts from Fish.
Again, yeah.
The freshman, low to high, offside high.
And I'm trying to think of
timeout here.
His first shot was, but Lowry
Same
and him
thing.
both off stick high. I wonder if that's...
Well, it was another low to high shot. Both of them have changed the planes. They've dropped it to a 3/4, brought it back up. Right now, it's just a function of finishing opportunities. Greenhill has had the opportunities. Sinclair may be doing a better job on the low shots. But Rockwall, safety's off, finishing.
Yeah, the safeties indeed are off. When you're in dancing season, you know, there's really no need to keep that thing on, so might as well let them go.
No, might as well. Again, timeouts are brought to you by Carl Lynch. We appreciate his support of our Stickstar Productions live streaming efforts. All second season. Second season culminates today, and we're in store for a quality one so far. Greenhill, very capable on the offensive side of the field. They're getting their touches. Yesterday, they were able to finish early and often, and that's what the major issue is right now. However, Mason Morano's ability to dictate the pace at the faceoff X thus far will give them plenty more opportunities. Let's see if Newman can get it going here.
Rockwall went 18 of 21 yesterday at the faceoff X. So, kind of interesting to see Morano getting the better right here. Well, let's be real here. No slouch.
No, he's a face-off tactician.
Yeah.
Does a great job.
Very skilled. Greenhill settling in for another possession here.
They want to get the ball behind to their attackman. They're going big little. Steady dose of that. Top end talent, very good for both of these teams. Here's Morano, head up, leaning on the sophomore Brunk. Try to get to the back of his head.
Yeah. I love the defenseman does a great job of showing for the slide and then recovering for himself because he knew that he didn't need to keep going on that. Another big little pick.
Tons of action behind. Morano gets a step. Not sure if that was deflected.
Got a good piece of his shoulder.
Rose hands free. Sinclair, big step.
Another extended possession here for Greenhill. No surprise that yesterday's heavy lifter of the Greenhill Plano game, Mason Morano, getting a healthy dose of the ball on his stick.
Here's Rose guarded by Newman. They move it over the top. Number 9, Max Lamandola. Freshman, big freshman. Rose looks in. Ball's on the turf. And this is where Jacob Williams really is very tough to handle. They throw the ball upfield to Brody Lowry. They move it to Newman. There's no numbers. So they just kind of settle in for possession. Big defensive stop to a possession right there. THSLL Super Regional coverage via Stickstar Productions brought to you by Josie Records. First half brought to you by Frontier Utilities. Switch to Frontier and start saving today. Go ahead and check them out at frontierutilities.com/Stickstar for their rates. And here's the patient attack. The crease, they're having to really work hard on the crease defensively. And they're rotating in, and they're giving the guy on the shooting corner just a step. And now they're pulling the crease guy off. Keeping him honest. They really haven't gone to that roll-off. Here it comes. They roll him off, bang it down, ball side cut. There's Fisher.
Another low to high.
Mullen is tall in cage. And there's Newman from deep. Newman. Makes it 4-1. Newman, Lowry, and 2 from Roberts. That's how the scoring's gone for Rockwall. Holdridge got the first one for Greenhill, but it's been a 4-goal run now for Rockwall.
One thing that I'd like to note is that all 4 of these goals from Rockwall are assisted right now.
Right.
It's not easy to do. We'll see if that trend stays. Greenhill had a lot of assisted goals yesterday. So far, only goal is unassisted, so we'll see. They've had a lot of good looks, though. What we were saying earlier with the execution, got to be able to finish your opportunities, and there's one right there. Is that Rose?
No, that's number 2.
That's going to be Coben then.
Yep, William Coben from Holdridge. Holdridge always has his head up. He's sneaky. Don't underestimate his sneakiness.
Very, very sneaky, sir.
4-2. And that's what Greenhill needed. They needed a bucket to go ahead and stem the tide.
Yeah, especially if Morano can get another one here. He's been winning the majority of the faceoffs, so if he can get another one here, he's putting his team in a good position.
Great position.
There he goes.
While Rockwall enjoys a comfortable lead right now, 4-2. Obviously, it's still very early. The extra possessions as the game wears on could prove to be important. That's a errant skip. 1:21 left.
Jacob Williams looking to push the ball in transition. Says, I'll leave up there. I think that's LaMandola. Holdridge catches it on the doorstep, throws his hands, puts it low and around the goalie.
He's got 2 and 1. That was from Small.
He's got all the points right now.
He's insane. He was a big-time lefty. What's interesting for Greenhill is that they're going to return a lot of guys. When you look at the roster, there's 1 senior Everybody else, not a senior.
And the majority of these are freshmen and sophomores. I mean, they've got a good junior class as well, but looking down the roster, you're seeing a couple of freshmen and sophomores that are out here making some big-time plays for the Hornets.
21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Morano. You know he's going to get his hands free. He's going to run to the middle. Big save there by Sinclair.
Yeah, that is a big save for him.
Oh, but they get an extra opportunity. Get underneath.
Second chance opportunities to score.
Wow.
Did Sinclair get a piece of that last one?
He may have.
Or that could just go straight over.
That's how the... Whoa.
I'm going to count that as a save.
I'm going to count that as a save, too, because that shot was off before the whistle was blown. Yes, after one, as Mike Brand, the PA announcer, said, Rockwall 4, Greenhill 3. First quarter, first half, mind you, brought to you by Frontier Utilities, electricity for less. We're going to have the Frontier Utility Electric Play of the Day. Switch to Frontier and start saving today. We appreciate our title sponsor, Josie Records. Place is amazing. Need to check it out. Check them out at josierecords.com. They are at Josie Records on Twitter. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tweet at us at SticksRATX and at PFranklin24, right?
Stickstar Lax.
What did I say first?
You said ATX.
Oh, you can tweet at him too. Stickstar
really
Lax
tweet
as
at
well. I just want to make sure. I was thinking about yours, and I just threw mine on autopilot. Failed again.
Always putting others before yourself.
That's right. I'm not worried about the Twitter mentions at me.
I am, so at me.
At him. Oh, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It's a lovely day. We have a Mother's Day tradition of always being at the lacrosse field. My mother and my wife, troopers. My mother is my mother, and my wife is a great puppy mom. So we appreciate their sacrifices on this traditional not being just hanging out with your Mother's Day tradition. Yeah.
Shout out to the mothers, dude.
At the mothers.
If you're watching this on Twitter and you have a shout out for your mom who doesn't have a Twitter but maybe watching this game, go ahead and tweet at me. I might be able to give you. And again, they're being patient on offense.
The crease can open up on this. Like to see some more seals. This is where it's important to be patient. Whew. The lefty shooter, the captain, Brody Lowry right there, gets his hands free, drops it low. Right now, they have Mullen guessing a little bit. Here's what they've done. Great shot locations have really applied some pressure. At the beginning, it was the low to high. So now he's thinking initially, I got to get to the low ones, right? And they bring it back up. Then they buried a couple low, right? Newman from deep, straight overhand. Here's Morano flexing. It's a good job getting down the backside on that rotation. And then they've shot through some screens. That's the one thing with this zone. You're going to give up some screen shots because you're not necessarily applying too much pressure.
And that's something we saw Greenhill do a little bit better of a job yesterday. They made an adjustment, I think it was after the first quarter, was to start extending a little bit more and applying more pressure in their zone. They allowed Rockwall to get too comfortable. Wow.
And that's the tough part about the contact right there, is if you hit that guy too hard, right, then there's an opportunity for a penalty. But if you don't hit him at all, now he's just kind of dancing through the middle of the field. Good job there by Rockwall not taking a penalty.
Yeah, and what I like to teach my guys is, you don't necessarily have to take a guy out. I mean, as a defenseman, we all, you love the big hit, but It's not necessarily what you need to do. All you need to do, what I tell my guys, is try to pin their stick to their chest. Because chances are, if they're not able to move their stick from their chest and you're getting some physical body work going on there, ball's going to trickle out. And if not, probably going to be called for a withholding of some sort. We saw a good example of that, squeezing a double in yesterday's game between the Woodlands and ESD. It was a little bit extra in the end there, but looks like it's going to be a Rockwall ball. I think it was an interference off ball.
Greenhill ball.
Greenhill ball, sorry, interference.
Rockwall hold.
I'll be over here. If you guys need anything, let me know. A little bit more zip fizz in my life.
Oh. Did anybody call that?
Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
on
they
the far
got
side.
it.
Going to get it for a cross check, I think.
It just kind of rode up on him right there. It's a good job by Small.
Small.
Carrying.
Earning it. Definitely, there's Jacob Williams.
Casual little BTB to the ref. But that was going to be a penalty on Luke Fisher. His stick rode up off the shoulder pads into the face mask. Cross check to the grill. 5-3. First half brought to you by Frontier Utilities, electricity for less. Check them out. Our title sponsor, Josie Records. Man Up, Man Down, brought to you by the Lone Star Alliance. And here's Holdridge, box fake, little whammy. We go to the 1-4-1. Flip, seal, exchange. Looking for the skip. Big piece there by Jacob Williams. Ooh. Huge ground ball. Whack.
Yeah, Jacob Williams will chew on you. That's for sure.
Yes.
Did a good job making his presence felt yesterday.
Here's Morano. It's a good job by Schoen and going there. Jacob Williams. Morano did a good job drawing. Takes a look inside to Small. Small inches wide.
Really impressed by Greenhill's offensive players' ability to keep their heads up while dodging. A lot of unselfish play. Nice save by Sinclair for his 6th of the game.
Oh,
whoa!
My full extension.
Jumpman.
Jumpman. Woo! That's a nice play there by McMahon and also by Brunk on that ground ball.
Yeah. Fisher getting a little bit of flavor in on this one.
Fisher going with the Canadian cradle, carrying it down the field, a la Cloutier. Timeouts brought to you by Carl Lynch, LSA, two-time LSA champ. 5-3, 7:36 left. Anthony Crimmins, Patrick Franklin. Lovely day here in Katy, Texas. Unbelievable facility. And it looks like they're about to have a brand new older brother here to our left. That thing looks like it's going to be pretty all right. No shortage of high schools and facilities down in this area. We've been to 3. They're all gigantic. And it's just very nice outside today. Beautiful, sunny day.
Want to give a little shout out to Casey Wasserman, the kid, watching from, I'm assuming, all the way out in Trophy Club. He said, did Luke Fisher just throw a pass with his left hand? Is the world ending? I think that's a friendly little jab there.
We call that a chirp in the industry.
I think it's called chirping? Chirping? Giving them a little beak?
Chirp. Chirp, chirp.
We appreciate you watching on, Case. It's good on you, brother. Way to support your guys.
Casey just graduated from high school this weekend. Congratulations, Casey. You're a high school graduate.
Yeah. Proud of our little dragon.
Yeah. No?
I think he's probably...
Well, he's a Faith Panther.
That's true. He is a state champion Faith Panther.
That's right. Football. In other action, the Irish look like they're beating Marquette. And we're going to settle in now for a little possession.
Who do you think was more excited about that Towson Lax win yesterday? Juicy J or
our boy Casey.
I think Juicy J has a little more, investment over time. So probably something to that effect. Here's the look out of the timeout. Brody Lowry being shut off. Oh, that's got to be exciting, though, for Rockwall. That means it's a 5-on-5, which means technically it's going to be kind of even offense. If it's a 5-on-5, they can play the zone, but you're going to get more man opportunities.
Good pickup by Roberts, but got to a bad spot on the field right there.
Oh, that's a good job by Newman not to take a bad penalty.
Newman taking the freshman down.
To Chinatown. Newman.
And Rockwall going to get another possession here.
See, if I'm Rockwall, I'm super excited about this 5-man zone versus a 5-man offensive unit. Oh.
And you know what
hat
that is?
Trick. That's right.
That's Hunter Roberts joining the hat trick club today after he was just one short yesterday.
Shooter. Hands free. And then you'll hear some coaches say, hey, shoot overhand. Oh, by the way, all 3 of his goals have been from an underhand release point. Children, if you got it, it's a great release point. Shooting underhand, not a bad idea. I enjoy shooting underhand. I scored a lot of goals underhand. No big deal. Quit talking about yourself.
It's really just something that would depend on the situation, though, I think. They're coming around a screen, and he's still changing planes in his shot. A lot of coaches, I think, go for the overhand because it's able to get a change of plane instantly. Whereas a lot of the time, with less skilled shooters, you can see guys shooting from a sidearm angle, not changing their plane. But if the shoe fits, might as well just go ahead and give her.
Gonna need shoes. Gonna need hats. That's a hat trick. If you're out here in Katy today, might need a bucket hat because it's sunny. Here's the hat trick kid, Hunter, the hat trick kid. Here's that 3-man pull. Actually, they're going with a 4-man carry. 4-man carry. They look in. That's a good adjustment by the coaching staff right there. 4-man carry. They're worried about the outside guys. Get it to McMahon.
Assisted by number 1, Hunter Roberts.
And right now for Rockwall, all their top-end guys really getting their money's worth here. Similarly, yesterday when they had their guys get going early. Did we ever clear up if you're allowed to be outside of the box to the side for the restraining line?
No, we didn't.
If you know, feel free to tweet at us. We'd love to hear it. Trying to figure out if when you're on the outside of the restraining box laterally, but not past the 30-yard line on a football field, if you are deemed as still okay to not get penalized.
I feel like Greenhill hasn't had the ball in forever. Been quite some time. They've made an adjustment now. They've gone with Jacob Williams over here on Caleb Holdridge. I think that's probably a better matchup from a footwork standpoint. Oh my. Holdridge goes with the nice little take there. That's a great play by Brunk. Great job boxing out. They throw the ball up to Bennett. Bennett tries to get his body in front of it, which would have been the play.
Nice.
Here's Fisher with the GB, yeah.
Jeez, Greenhill is getting back into the hole, huh? All 6 guys already back in.
They're in the zone. The difference today has been the shooting efficiency for Rockwall. They are shooting the ball well, and Mullen is having a tough time right now. Mullen needs to get 1 save.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's, a big proponent of this, the success of a zone is allowing for those outside shots and allowing your goalie to get going early. And right now, as you see, I believe that's Is that a hat trick for Newman? No, it's not. So that's his. That's Newman's second goal with 2 assists as well.
Newman from Fisher.
Newman from Fisher.
4 to 5.
Yeah, and giving Fisher the assist hattie. But you see these shots coming from outside, and if your goalie can get those early, which I think Mullen was able to do early against Plano yesterday, he's going to get his swagger going, you know. And I think right now, like you said, Rockwall doing a great job of finishing their opportunities. So far, Mullen only has 2 saves on the day. These Rockwall shooters, give them the credit. They're definitely making it very, very tough for him.
Absolutely. Timeouts brought to you by Carl Lynch. The Rockwall guys are starting to get loose a little bit. 8 to 3. Safety's off indeed. Lots of buckets right now. For Greenhill to get back into this one, they're going to have to do it possession by possession. Can't have any wasted possessions. Going to need to win faceoffs, take care of the ball, and then convert. Yep.
They're going to want to get onto a new level in this.
They most certainly are.
This last little bit of this frame. Maybe ASAP Ferg will
oblige them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, reinvigorated somehow, you know. ASAP usually does it for me, so we'll see. You'd like to see that from your Tindy. Mullen, first guy out, sprinting to the cage. He knows what he has to do.
I mean, and that's the thing right now is the range and the shooting ability, the composure, and the ability to complete passes. It's on a new level right now for Rockwall. They're doing a great job with it. Greenhill trying to fight back into this one. 8 to 3, 4:09 left here in the first half. Rockwall has been scoring a lot of goals. The last 4 games they've played, we've seen all of them, whether it's the Super Regionals or it's the Final Four weekend. Oh, nice little wind up there and a dish. Better pick him up. Roberts had the hands low, brought him back up, finished it offside high, and that's 4. That's 4 for Roberts now.
Yeah, he's leading all scorers. Impressive by the freshman. And we talk a lot about how senior laden this Rockwall team is, but some pretty talented young guys in here too.
Absolutely. Their freshman and sophomore classes are excellent. And here's heavy minutes being played by Morano, and that's I think they've lost the last 2 face-offs. They've gone with a little switch-off with Austin Otten at the face-off X.
It's absolutely right. It's been the last 3, actually. And, yeah, that adjustment by Coach Fay and his staff has proved to be beneficial. I mean, they've won the last 3 face-offs after having a lot less success to start, which is a great adjustment.
9 to 3 right now, Rockwall. I'd like to thank our sponsors, friends of THSLL and Stick Star Productions, Bridge Lacrosse, and Bank of America Merrill Lynch. And then our THSLL and Stick Star Productions supporters include the Headstrong Foundation. If you'd like more information on sponsorships, please shoot us a note for next year. Here's Greenhill scampering down the field.
See if they can get one in transition here.
That was a good job. This is the
Battle of the 22s.
I mean, it's a good one. Jacob Williams is kind of feeling it right now. There's no doubt. He's feeling pretty good about it. Double deuces.
Yeah, what's impressive about Williams is, you know, he's a thick guy, but his feet are just so good. You know, it's impressive. He is able to use his body and play his angles better than most, which allows him to play guys much faster than him. at a very high rate.
His feet are outstanding, as is his stick. He's got great stick work. Hands are always up. When the ball's on the ground, pretty outstanding.
You know who else is pretty outstanding is Alex Rose. I'd like to see him get going here.
Oh my goodness.
Preston McMahon.
Look what I found. See ya, everyone.
Yeah, and this is where he's lethal.
Hands free.
Roberts. Interesting.
Well, they may have called interference. Way behind the play.
They called something behind the play. Interesting.
Conduct foul?
Maybe a little bit of some friendly exchanges, it sounds like.
Maybe a little too much chatter on that.
Yeah, and it could have been, you know. Oh. Yeah.
Interesting.
Looks like sounds like they're exchanging hellos down there a little bit.
How you doings?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
I doing.
Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing? I don't know. I'm probably doing a little better than you. I'm up 9-3. It happens. It's a game of runs, though, and we've seen people come back. Not just people, but entire teams of people.
Yeah.
Regardless, that was a pretty outstanding play there. And, oh, by the way, Mullen made that save down there.
Yeah.
Right? That was a point-blank save. Maybe that's something that he's going to be able to build off of mentally.
Yeah, made the adjustment, saw the low to high, off stick. It's an interesting little spot there for goalies. You know, just below where your stick side, you're not sure if you need to go low to high or bring your hands all the way around up for that off hip. Woo! LaMendola getting to the middle, getting a G.
Gets underneath, inside roll, finishes. That's 9-4, 33 seconds left here in the first half, which is brought to you by Frontier Utilities, electricity for less. Check out frontierutilities.com/Stickstar Lacrosse. Switch over to Frontier and start saving today. Not sure we've had the Frontier Utility electric play of the day, but there's been some exciting stuff going on.
Something tells me that the way these two teams can get up and run, we might see a little bit more electricity in the second half, and maybe even in this last 30 seconds.
25 seconds. You can see the countdown on your screen. I believe it's in the top right portion. It's a production value right there by Stickstar Production. Reggie on the 1s and 2s, making the dream work. Here's Newman.
Newman trying to get that high bouncer.
They give it to the goalie.
Yeah, see, and there's something I think you can build on as Mullen. You know, you get that stop, and then you chase an end line ball, and you get your mojo switched around a little bit. Might be feeling a little bit better about it going into the second half.
The vaunted mojo switch. Very exciting. Anthony Crimmins, Patrick Franklin, we appreciate you being tuned in. Second half action coming to you here soon. We will see y'all here in just a bit.
We believe that our programs can be an integral part of youth development in the urban communities we serve. By developing after-school lacrosse programs in urban North Texas, we provide an opportunity for youth to engage in sports not traditionally played in their communities. Through team-building exercises and physical activity, we encourage healthy living while addressing quality out-of-school time. With the help of seasoned coaches and volunteers, we can impart top-notch lacrosse instruction while continuing to foster healthy youth development on and off the field.
By joining our ever-growing family of supportive donors and volunteers, you can help us spread the magic of team sports to urban youth all over North Texas.
Here we go.
There's so many people who have done so many great things selflessly for our country.
When we see these men and women coming back with no arms, legs, or they have psychological issues, we have to stand behind them. Shootout for Soldiers is something that we're very proud to be associated with.
You'll have 10 to 15,000 fans circulate through over the 24 hours.
Lacrosse is exploding nationwide.
It gets better and better every year, so the more people that come out, the better it's going to be.
This event is about using lacrosse as a platform to connect people and connect veterans in the community.
These men and women have served our country proudly for many years, and we try to do what we can to give back to them.
An event like this creates very, very strong awareness, very tangible interaction with veterans.
This is a good way for the girls to learn about why they have the freedoms that they have and to give back to the people that give so much to them.
I don't think most of us really understand the mental trauma and physical trauma that a lot of our veterans go through, and I think it's very important that we recognize them and support them 100%.
Shootout for Soldiers, since it started in 2012, has raised over $350,000 exclusively for Wounded Warrior Project. That is a massive impact, so we couldn't be happier to be a part of this event.
Competitive. Stay tight, go, go, go! We're out there having fun. Everybody's laughing when we're hitting. Good time.
It was certainly an honor just to be on the field with those guys.
It's really a way to spend time with my dad and to give back to the country and all the troops who have served and even the ones who have fallen for us.
The military is very strong in our family, and it's something that I hope my family will keep doing.
My daughter is a pilot in the Air Force, and we just want to support the military and all they do. We know the things that they give up.
I think it's a great cause just to give back to everyone who gave to us.
Why wouldn't you want to volunteer your time to the people that fight for our freedom in this country to enable us to play this great game?
Veterans need support, encouragement, positive opportunities for them to get together and engage with the community. Events like this give us something to live for, give us something to hope for, give us something on our calendar every year for us to look forward to doing. We really appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to be a part of this.
Yeah, here we go. Time. I can feel it right here. It's going to happen.
That's what it's all about right there.
Thank you, veterans!
Support those that have supported you.
It only takes 24 hours to make a difference.
Pick up a stick, come play.
Open up your heart. Do some good. Be selfless. In this really selfish world, find a way to do some good. And in some small way, say thank you.
Shoot out for soldiers.
Soldiers need you. The shootout needs you. Go do it.
Hoorah! 24 hours.
One game, one goal. Support our troops.
Cable, insurance, electricity.
Anthony Crimmins here, Stickstar Productions, THSLL State Championship Sunday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Face-off battle continues. Rockwall able to finesse this possession. They've won the last 3 or 4. We had a slight zip fizz malfunction up here. It was shaken, but without the top on. Oh, they've gone to the man. Oh, and there's the Mullen. Would have liked to seen them go one more on that pass. Everybody had their hands free. Tons of options, but they've jumped out of the zone.
And we were talking about that as we ended the first half, about Mullen getting back in a rhythm. At the end of the first half, he made 2 saves and was able to secure an end-line ball on a chase. Comes back out in the second half, another save instantly.
Maybe he's starting to see it. He's going to need to see all of them. Post a shutout. Engage stand on your head mode like Luke Milliken did yesterday in the Jesuit Highland Park game. There's Jacob Williams, gets his stick in the passing lane, knocks it down. Active hands on that kid.
The energy from that matchup is just awesome, both ways.
There's a force. J.C. Hohenschelt.
Greenhill applying a ton of pressure in the ride. It's going to be hard for him to get this overpass.
Gets it there, though, and here comes the footwork of the nimble. Jacob Williams moves it up to Brunk. He's a Brunk. Nope, we're not going there. One more to Lowry.
Finishes it low.
Brody Lowry.
And you know what that is? He's going to be up for his second time in 2 days. Brody Lowry getting a second admission into that Hattie Club.
Hat trick club for Brody Lowry. And now it's 10-4. Rockwall. Buckets of buckets. Mullen trying to get down on that. Still trying to get down on that. Here's Morano. Picks up the face-off. He's guarded by Newman. Morano gets not scared. He said, man, ref, you are really annoying me. Shoots it right at him. Not sure if that's a wise strategy, but see how it plays out here as the second half plays on. Battle of the double deuces right here. Holdridge, sneaky lefty, quality right hand.
Ooh. Last second chance, almost bailed him out there. But again, that's going to be Coben from Holdridge. We've seen that before today.
I think Holdridge could be working his way into a potential honor at the end of the game. I believe he's got 2 goals and 2 assists on 5 goals for the Little Hornets. 2 goals, 2 assists?
That's right, absolutely right. Holdridge got the first one, assisted the second, got the third. Lamandola got an isolation dodge for the fourth, and Holdridge back for the assist. And that's his 7th assist in 2 games.
That's this many, but you can't see my hands. Here's Morano, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Nice drop step.
Patrick Sinclair snags it. Here's Jacob Williams carrying the ball. And here's Rose giving chase. Wolf! Couldn't hear me.
Man that cried wolf.
Man. The man that cried wolf. Here's Hunter Roberts. Moves it over the top to Lewis. They've gone to the man defense. Shocking development here. Oh. And there is your Frontier Utility Electric Play of the Day right there. Go ahead, sign them up. The shooter, Luke Fisher. Casey Wasserman reached out talking about there's going to be a lot of firsts. Well, that is Fish's first BTB of the weekend and his first ever Frontier Utility Electric Play of the Day.
And touching on that a little bit more, had his stick in his right hand, caught the ball inside, noticed that the defender was on the inside between him and the goal, couldn't change it to his left. What does he have to do? He's got to put it behind his back, right? I mean, gives you the most angle, right? And gives you probably the best opportunity to score there.
And Luke Fisher never has been afraid of the flare. Went right to it. There's another one.
Another one.
And that's a great play there by Brunk, the big sophomore. Big GB right now, Rockwall, starting to feel it. As you know, we are sponsored by Josie Records. Go check them out at 2821 LBJ Freeway, Suite 100 Farmers Branch, Texas. Go to josierecords.com or follow them at Josie Records on Twitter. Lots of candidates working into honors here as the game progresses. It's a nice face-off battle there. Ball gets thrown right up. This is one of my favorite players on the field is number 12, Preston McMahon. He makes plays. Here's Bennett.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy you want on your side.
Yes.
Right? Total grinder. Kid is the best. I mean, can't say a negative thing about him. He's
he's
level.
the best. around.
Yeah.
That's right. All the high notes over here in the broadcast booth. McMahon looks in. The thing that you're starting to see right now is with Greenhill's slide package, they don't really know where the help comes from. Brody Lowry was definitely going behind the back if you caught that. That's in the crease. Ooh, solid. Just got reached out to. Oh no. Kane's order coming in. The unofficial halftime food sponsor.
I want to take, looks like we're getting an offsides call. Take a second for the break and play to give a little shout out to Josh is a junior this year, I believe.
Yes.
Josh Hargrove, junior goaltender from Rockwall. I believe his father, Mike Hargrove, says, please send a shout out to Josh's grandmother and my mom, Linda Hargrove, in Bladenboro, North Carolina. Well, Linda, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate you supporting this broadcast. Your grandson, Texas Lacrosse, sure you're pretty happy about it over there in North Carolina right now. And we appreciate you watching, and happy Mother's Day to you guys.
Happy Mother's Day indeed. What a beautiful Mother's Day. Sun-drenched out there. Need some vitamin D. Just coming out here. You're going to be in store for quite an amazing state championship game. ESD versus Jesuit. I'm excited. This game right here, 12-5, Rockwall Greenhill. Rockwall the 1 seed. Rockwall's last loss was to ESD, actually, ages ago. I believe they're on something like a 15-game winning streak, the Rockwall No Mascots. And before that, their only other loss was a 1-goal loss to your alma mater, Plano, by 1 bucket in overtime. But
early in the season.
Early, way early.
Yeah.
Early. The heat, it's getting toasty out there. There's no doubt. Hey, real quick, if you would please, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube so that you're always ready to watch our productions. Right. Third quarter, brought to you by Iron Planet, the leading online marketplace for heavy equipment. Please check them out at ironplanet.com. In case you haven't heard any of our broadcasts, they are the exclusive retailer of decommissioned Hummers. As we said, keep your eyes peeled for a khaki Stickstar Productions Hummer rolling around out there at some point. It's going to be tremendous. Reggie's going to just be tanking fools.
La Mendola with a nice handle in transition.
All Swedish, no finish, though.
Yeah, gets it over to Coben, who's unable to secure it.
And here's Rose with the rock. Moves it to Morano. Morano, kid is pretty tough. He logs a lot of minutes and does. It's hard to get down into the face-off position and then get up and then get down and then get up. There's Holdridge. Oh my gosh.
Nice soak, Newman.
See, Newman's ability to get the ball off of the carpet. Obviously, he's a face-off guy, so that's pretty important. And one more. But there's a good save there.
And that's the second, I want to say, the second in a row that Mullen has made on Roberts here.
If I'm Brody Lowry, I might go over there and talk to Hunter Roberts and be like, hey, shooter, I'm the lefty captain over here. Why don't you go ahead and feed the beast a little bit?
Yeah, and it's definitely a little bit of a give and take. We talked about opportunity cost things earlier. That one more pass, is it worth it? I think a lot of the time you're trying to get it to that guy, Brody Lowry. I think Roberts feeling it right now as he leads Rockwall in scoring. Don't really see too many freshmen with that kind of machismo.
Moxie.
Stones.
Yeah, marbles.
Yeah.
Moxie's not a sponsor, but a great place in Uptown if you haven't checked it out. It's actually owned by Canadians. Canadians brought something to us down here other than lacrosse. That and some poutine.
Brought us some pretty good hockey players.
Right. Joey Neuendijk, great lacrosse player. Whammy. Timer is on. Oof. Hello. Hello there. The freshman trying to get to the middle. Greenhill defenseman said, well, take this. Again, we will have the Iron Planet heavy lifter of the game, which is either the best defensive or auxiliary player. Ooh, non-releasable. Lock them in. How many minutes?
That's interesting.
1.
Throwing the clamps down on that one.
It was high. Here's Fisher dealing to Newman. Box fake from Roberts to Burton. Burton also a freshman. Sporting the number 31. Fun fact, best number 31. Gonna have to go ahead with a Reggie Miller. There's another save by Mullen. Mullen looks up. Well, and that's a turnover. Rockwall moves the ball up to Newman. Wolf. Lowry. Willing to just handle onto it because possession right now is going to be a lot of it. They look inside to Burton. There's Roberts to Burton. So that's going to be a new combo you see here for Rockwall. You'll see it for a long time. They're both freshmen. (13-5) now. 14:04 off. 14:04 left here in the third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Iron Planet.
Do we have any thoughts on who's kind of inching their way into possibly getting the Iron Planet heavy lifter of the game so far? Looking down at my stat sheet, Mullen just logged his 5th save. Sinclair with 8. I think Mason Morano definitely has to get a little bit of a shout out in there, playing both ways again today, and doing his fair share of work at the faceoff X. So we got a flag down here.
I think somebody who could factor into that equation is Preston McMahon, number 12. He's a player who lives in between the lines. He does a great job applying pressure in transition. He logs quality defensive minutes. Another player, I think, is Dylan Brunk. Dylan Brunk has made some timely ground balls, and he has sparked transition as well.
Yeah, I mean, Brunk has 2 assists off transition today. So he's definitely getting his money's worth, as well as McMahon.
He's a Brunk house. Man up, man down, brought to you by the LSA. Lone Star Alliance consists of 11 D1 teams and 18 D2 teams representing Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. The MCLA is a national organization of non-NCAA men's college lacrosse programs. The MCLA exists to provide quality college lacrosse experience when NCAA lacrosse does not exist.
Nice ground ball there.
This kid's a freshman also. He is rather large.
One thing that I'm noticing so far in this game, storyline that's developing, is Alex Rose, our Josie Records man of the match yesterday after his impressive performance. I believe he finished with 5-1. Held scoreless so far in this game. Not sure what Rockwall is doing, but it is working so far, it looks like.
It most certainly is. Here's Lowry.
Is that Mike Lowry?
Michael Lowry. Nope, Brody Lowry.
Yeah.
Mike Lowry. That is a great. That's a great exchange there. Here's Brody Lowry. The lefty gets under, hands free.
Oof. Puts that one in the 5-hole.
Says, get that out of here.
I think it was more of a nice little friendly scoot.
Oh,
no. He was trying to give it back to Noah.
The ref to ruin the day. That's a call.
I wish they could know.
I wish you had more time.
Yeah, I mean, you always wish he had more time to make that decision. Tough to see a kid who exudes sportsmanship and class get a penalty like that. Was just trying to push the kid's stick back to him. Unfortunate, but, ball don't lie.
No, usually tells the truth. Lowry, I believe he enters the hat trick club. Or did he already do that? Or is that 4?
That's his 4th of the day.
Ooh, 4.
All these Rockwall guys saying, not so fast. I'm trying to be the Josie Records man of the match today.
I want to be the man making the plays. Obviously, Josie Records can help you in terms of your musical needs, especially if your need is vinyl. It all sounds better on vinyl. We know that.
Yeah, and I think as these guys are trying to make plays.
Bounce pass. Bold strategy.
Yeah, our first one of the game, I think.
Sinclair is just always looking for Preston McMahon.
And, I mean, he's got to. The kid's running a go route. Would be a great transition guy in box because every time there's a shot, sure enough, Preston McMahon streaking on that go route.
I don't even know if he's running. I think he just floats all the way down the field. Oh, goodness.
If that would have been handled by Brody Lowry with his offhand, one-handed at the bottom of his stick.
A stab.
I think it would have been a reaffirmation of his skill.
Yes. Great use of reaffirmation there.
Just trying to load up the $10 words here in the booth. We like to teach as much as we can, whenever we can.
Vernacular. Vernacular is important.
Using a $10 word to explain a $10 word.
There's more of that. There's more where that came from. 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by... This kid is so fast. Look at that little play by Morano. Third quarter brought to you by Iron Planet. Holdridge gets one to the throat again.
Holdridge definitely earns them.
Yes.
He, although wouldn't be calling him the largest guy in the field, definitely not afraid of the contact because I think he knows where the contact lives, the goals also live.
Goals live in the middle of the field. 3 seconds, 2, and that's how the third quarter is going to end. It doesn't count.
Oof. Roberts wanted it.
He did. He most certainly did.
He put himself in a good position to make the play.
He did.
So
14-5. 12 minutes left. Not 9, 12. Tremendous theater here. This is the first of 2 games here on Championship Sunday. Second one coming to you at 1 o'clock. Maybe a little bit later. Maybe that's a soft one. We've got some awards to hand out. Great game so far. Rockwall with the look of a champion. The eye of the tiger. Keeping it going. I'd like to thank some of our other sponsors. Friends at THSLL and Stickstar Production include Bridge Lacrosse and Bank of America Merrill Lynch. And THSLL and Stickstar Production supporters include the Headstrong Foundation. Headstrong Foundation, they are relentless in improving quality of life for those affected by cancer. With every action that they make, they are fulfilling the vision of the late Nicholas Collieri, their founder. Nick's last wish was that others would benefit from his journey. On behalf of all of the folks at Headstrong, they invite you to join their mission by donating today at headstrong.org. Follow them on Twitter at LaxBeatBloodCancer. Rich Muzis is their director, and Headstrong Foundation is instrumental in the Patriot Cup which is now held at the Star up there in Frisco. While they're not sponsors of ours yet, the MLL, there's going to be a ton of lacrosse events up there in Frisco at the Star. Is the All-Star game there? The championship game is definitely there.
MLL.
Yeah. Adrenaline is going to have their All-American game there. Lots of games being played out there. Pretty big games being played here today. Fish with the flip. Can't corral it. Roberts with the ball. 11:35. This quality group of seniors looking for their state championship at Rockwall. Coach Faye's done a great job with them. That's a good split to roll there. Get it to Roberts on the shooting corner again.
Mullen with his third straight save on that low to high, off stick, high shot of Roberts. Let's see if Roberts can change up his shot, maybe get low to low or maybe some sort of bouncer stick side. It kind of seems like Mullen's kind of sniffing him out here.
I'd like to see him go with the three-quarter bounce shot, a shooter shot, if you will.
I would love to see that.
Oh, such a good shot.
Especially on this artificial turf. If you practice on it, you can kind of know exactly where it's going.
And at this point, everybody practices on it because, especially when you're playing on these weekends, it's usually going to be a turf game.
Now, remind me, I don't believe Greenhill plays on grass. Is that correct?
They have one of the best grass fields ever.
I was going to say, it's pretty nicely cut.
Pretty good.
Borderline soccer pitch material.
It's a beautiful pitch.
Boy.
Here's Lowry leaning. He's
Head up.
Just looking to distribute, throws his hands, gets it. There's a soak. He's a Brunkhouse.
I guess they had engaged a shot clock there.
I believe so. They just waved it off, though. Yeah. Here's Fisher. Split to roll. Head up. Whammy. Bounce.
Rockwall really enjoying possession. It's been a factor in this game, I believe.
Right now, the opponent is the clock.
Roberts
wants to catch that through there in his backside hand.
Playing with a free hand, is that what that is?
That was one of these calls. Reggie, next time let's go with this thing, that camera, and we'll do what that call was, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, slapped hands. Reggie on the ones and twos today. Adolfo Laurel on the camera. Robert back home, one of our cameramen, catching a nap on Mother's Day. We miss Robert. Kid's the man. Mason Morano.
Whoa.
Nice dodge there.
I'm going to call it interference. He was walking onto the field today. He's a competitor. He wants to make sure his guys have all the opportunities to win this game. I don't think he's going to slow down anytime soon. Double here, but
whack.
Great job by LaMendola to stay on his feet. Rockwall defenseman did a good job of applying pressure, but didn't sustain the pressure, and he was able to bounce off and re-attack in that space that was granted to him. Seen this a time or two. Ooh, and there was the first time I think we saw Morano get another step above. He's been settling for that shot at around 3 yards up. Gets a little hitch step, re-engages his defender, gets above him, and gets his hands free for a shot. Not bad.
He's a big, strong, thick kid, and he has a way of moseying up above goal line extended, getting his angle, using his body, and right there he was able to finish.
Well, we'd love to hear from you guys.
Get involved.
Feel free to give us a... oh, there you go. I think Mrs. Hargrove gave us a little update.
Josh is a sophomore this year.
Sure is.
I'm just going back over this. I don't know.
Here's Newman.
Guess I just misread that on the first time. The sophomore. Well, again, we appreciate you guys for watching in.
This means we got multiple Hargroves and multiple houses watching this game. That's pretty exciting. From multiple areas of the U.S.
If you're anywhere else in the U.S., outside of the great state, or inside of it, or out of the country, we'd love to hear from you. I think we've gotten viewers as far as Japan, Germany,
Czechoslovakia last year.
Yeah.
And by last year, I mean yesterday, not last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure if... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Bringing it to the masses.
Here's Brunk. Is he a heavy lifter?
Brunk definitely lifts heavy. We'll see if he's able to get the heavy lifter of the game award. Doing some heavy lifting right here, getting to the middle, but a great stop. Way to stay patient on his pipe there by Mullen, who moves himself to 7 saves on the day. Rockwall showing 2 down. Not giving up the chase on the ride here. They're still working for it. Nice takeaway. Was that a... That was Grant Miller.
The ref. It's tough to be a ref, man. It's 14-6, 6:53 left. The game, I don't know if it's in question right now. We'll see. Never counting Greenhill out of it, but
Shoutouts to the refs.
Shoutouts to the refs.
Yeah, refs are people too.
Right.
Most of them are actually pretty good people if you get to know them.
Refs are people.
Just like tendies.
Yep. We checked with our sources, not robots. I am a robot. Oh, Patrick Sinclair.
At this point, I'm starting to think that Patrick Sinclair is a robot because he is playing big and has been playing big all the time.
Patrick Sinclair, actually a pretty good story. Last year, it was the freshman. Oh, here's Fish getting to the middle.
Ooh, thought he was going to earn that one, but only thing he's earning is a ticket one way to the Hattie Club.
Yeah, he didn't get in there because the refs just blew it. Who even likes refs?
What are these guys doing out there? Morano.
Holdridge.
To
cool
Holdridge.
As you like.
24-22. Morano now had... Here's an impressive stat for you. Holdridge and Morano have combined to have a part in every single goal of the game for their team. They've been impressive, both of them. Both returning next year. Part of that heavy junior class for Greenhill.
Greenhill is going to be back. They'll be back because I don't think they're going to get the call to move up the ranks. Rockwall might, though.
And that's an interesting development. We might see, I think, the number is up to 5? Or is it 4 teams moving from D2 to D1?
Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark.
Tell that I'm saying a question by the tone of my voice.
I think that there's going to be some people moving up. Here's Brody Lowry.
Brody Lowry trying to move up the rankings for Josie Records Man of the Match and put a solidifying little touch on this thing for his guys.
15-7 now. Oh, Mike Brand tried to throw in a little Lowry on that, didn't he?
Oh, Brody Lowry.
15-7. Championship game. Pretty big deal here. D2 championship. So what we were saying earlier is Patrick Sinclair. Last year, Josh Hargrove was the starting goalie. Right? Josh Hargrove has been battling through some injuries this year, early in the season. Patrick Sinclair was a junior. Did his part. Able to watch. Probably wanted to get into the lineup, but Hargrove was tremendous as a freshman. Injuries as a sophomore. Sinclair back in cage. and has been absolutely lights out this year. So, a little perseverance never hurt anybody.
Yeah, these two goalies definitely seems like they feed off of each other competition-wise. It's always good to have someone down your back as a goaltender. Just make you know that you always have to be playing your best, and I think these two definitely bring the best out of each other. Whoa, Dylan Brunk. We talked about him being a Brunk house. Might want to be a little bit more of a finesse house.
Yeah, I mean,
crease crank there.
He's got all the intangibles right now, and as he continues to improve skill-wise, he is going to be a huge contributor for Rockwall these next couple of years.
And there's another situation that you were talking about. Would like to see Roberts have this in his left hand here, especially there, so that he can do what we call stealing dirt to the backside of the field. As Fisher's drawing that double team from the coma slide, he wants to put himself at a good angle and set up his footwork so that he's able to catch that ball in his left hand and explode immediately upfield in order to generate a shot. Brody Lowry calling for it in the middle on this transition. These Rockwall guys only have one speed, and that's go. Nice ground ball.
Rockwall 350. They can sense it. Championship is on the tip of their tongue.
Yeah, it's looming, to say the least.
Looming indeed. Again, to all the mothers out there watching, happy Mother's Day. Here's an opportunity right there.
Brunk with his assist hattie with that nice little look inside to Burton, the freshman.
And it's going to happen. It's going down. Rockwall, 16-7. They are up. 3:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Quickly, let's go ahead and thank our title sponsor, Josie Records. You need to go to Josie Records, 2821 LBJ Freeway, Suite 100, Farmers Branch, Texas. Check them out at josierecords.com, at Josie Records on Twitter. If you're ever you're driving through Kansas City or Tulsa, and you're like, hey, man, I need some vinyl. That's the best place to go and get it. Go make it happen.
It's going to happen. They need to know the resolution.
Sorry, we got sidetracked. We're talking about resolution and bandwidth over here.
Yeah.
Just understand that the difficulty at which it is to live stream via a Wi-Fi hotspot is real. We've got Reggie over here. Oh, are we? We got the hard wire today. We're in. Well, we've done a lot of live streaming via Wi-Fi hotspot. Let's talk about what a Wi-Fi hotspot bill looks like when you stream 5 terabytes of data.
Do you think it is...
That is 9 terabytes.
Oh, 9. This many. 9.
Now, do you think that's more or less expensive than the shopping spree that I might treat myself to at Josie Records when I get back to Dallas here in the next couple days?
I'm not sure. It's going to be Vinyl Fest going into the summer.
It is.
There's a GB there for the Greenhill Hornets. Right now, 3:11 left. 3:11. Come original. That's right.
After another face-off win by Morano. He's still on the field. No surprise there. Bearing down the pipe. Draws 2. Swings it to Holdridge. Holdridge head up. Back to him. Unable to secure it. And you can see the legs starting to give a little bit on these Hornets who have been playing 100% this whole time. Going a little bit out of their comfort zone and going into the man, which is going to increase the amount of Whoa. He's gonna get I think he's gonna get a call for
kicking the cross.
Kicking the cross. Unfortunate, but I love the tenacity of number 30 coming out of the box. That's something every coach likes to see. That's David Bell, the sophomore. Has it listed as defense? I'm going to go say it's David Bell. If David Bell's parents are watching and that's not your son, I'm sorry. If it's your son, feel free to tweet at me and I'll give him a proper shout out. I like the way he plays. He's got some grit.
Grit. True grit.
Yeah.
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 Whoa.
Whoop. Oh. And you know what I just noticed?
Oh.
Yeah, a little Tindy switch.
We did. Hargrove in the game.
Second time in 2 days he snuck in there.
Sneaky.
I'm just over here
underestimated his sneakiness,
talking
I think.
about bandwidth, and this guy's as nimble as a frickin' cat. There.
Bold strategy.
Doing a good job of pinning the stick. See?
Bold strategy.
Dislodged.
Running right into the middle of the field.
Yeah, Lamandola got himself a bad spot on the field, but good on the Rockwall defenseman. Again, doing a great job of not taking penalties and lumping guys up. That's an amount of finesse that some guys really don't have, and they're showing that they have it. Nice ground ball pickup and handle off the check by number 7 here from Greenhill, Max Kaiser.
Coach Fay getting them all in the game right now. He's feeling it. I will tell you that there are very few humans on the planet who can make black high tops and black socks look so good. Coach Fay does it. It's a good look.
I know one other guy that I know that rocks it.
Is it you?
No, it's a guy named Colby Canese.
Oh, Colby.
Colby got a little bit of flack for his black cleat game. And you know what? You know what I tell the haters? I say, forget you.
Yeah. Colby Canese, he's not worried about what anybody else thinks ever, because he's a bad man. The seniors at Rockwall, they've made it back this year, able to capture this moment. 27 seconds left. 27 seconds. Unique New York. Here's Newman.
Yeah, and after last year, these guys felt like they had unfinished business after getting bounced out in the semifinal game by a good McKinney team. And they did their due diligence yesterday, today, all season to get themselves to this point. And they're here now. We got 10 seconds left, and I can guarantee they're going to enjoy this one.
Let's see how strong the gear toss is. Kyle got it. Pretty strong. Pretty strong.
Yeah.
Send it. Not as strong as some of the ref tosses or flag tosses, but equally strong. The worst thing is being the bottom guy on the pile. They just made it happen. Pretty unbelievable job by Rockwall. Pretty unbelievable job by Coach Fay. Something to be said for a young head coach, right? Young head coach, really cares about his troops, really a smart tactician, makes adjustments, trains them hard, but does an amazing job. And he's got to be really proud of his squad. Right now, we are going to let everybody watch the championship presentation, and we are going to think about the honors that we're going to hand out, and we're going to let the mic breathe a little bit. Anthony Crimmins, Stickstar Productions. Real quick, let's thank all of our sponsors. Of course, have to thank our title sponsor, Josie Records. First half, Frontier Utilities. Go ahead, switch to them. It's going to be hot this summer. Make the switch. We know what the electric play of the day was. The Frontier's utility electric play of the day was when Luke Fisher caught that thing behind or in front of himself with an around the necker finish. That was a bucket. Iron Planet heavy lifter. I haven't I haven't spoken with my cohort, but I believe we could go with Dylan Brunk. And then man of the match, probably going to go with Roberts, but we're going to marinate on it. We're going to let the mic breathe, and we will jump back on here in just a little bit.
Are you shooting this? Are you shooting this? No. Okay. Let's see. We're taking down to the first notch first. Let's see how well we get too high. Just like that. Take it all the way. Alright, now. Let's see. Alright, pull it out, stretch it out, because we gotta go up, we gotta lock it. There we go. Oh, thank you.
At this time, we would like to present the player awards for this weekend's play.
Got them up? Yeah, we see all. Yeah.
Please direct your attention to midfield. The THSLL Person of the Year Award is given to individuals whose dedication, commitment, and support of lacrosse and its ideals extends beyond his or her specific member team. For 2017, the THSLL Person of the Year Award is being presented to Bill Elliott, head coach for Hillcrest. The deputy award is Katy Jackson, Central Division Coordinator. Bill started his coaching career in 1995, and 22 years later, he is still teaching high school athletes the sport of lacrosse, the old school way. For his commitment and effort, Bill has been voted the 2017 THSLL Person of the Year. Congratulations, Bill. At this time, we would like to present player awards for this weekend's play. Offensive MVP from Rockwall, number 4, Luke Fisher. Defensive MVP from Rockwall, number 22, Jacob Williams. And the overall MVP from Rockwall, number 5, Carson Newman. And now presenting your Division II 2017 runner-up, Greenhill. And now presenting your Division II 2017 champions, Rockwall.